an Okuma bank fishing unboxing. Now I know I have a really big boat which isn't here right now. However, that's not going to stop me from bank fishing every now and then. It is so much easier to grab a rod and reel, put it in your vehicle, and go to the lake to catch some fish. And while I've had boats my entire life, I have definitely hit the bank more often than hit a boat to fish out of, or to fish from. Now I have already unboxed one item, and this was, I don't know, a couple of months ago, the Okuma Cortez. This is my current go-to bank fishing reel. I guess I use keys to open it up. I'm not going to do anything crazy or fancy to do the unboxing, but I do want to show you guys what I'm setting up here. Okuma Cortez. And it's really nice. Okuma gives you a parts diagram and a lockdown sleeve and some oil. And as you can see here, this is a conventional reel. There's no level wind on this, so you have to use your fingers, your thumb, or whatever to put the line on the spool. And I'm testing the spin on it right now since I haven't opened it yet, and it's spinning really good. It's not loose. It's a solid reel. It's the size 5. Let me see if I can focus in on this. There's the size. This is not the only one I have. I have a second one right here. So I'm going to have 2 big fish bank fishing rigs. Now I do need to pair rods with these. And the rod that I'm using is what I've used in the past. However, these are a little bit shorter. You can probably guess what these are before I can figure out how to open it. I'm not the only YouTuber that uses this type of rod either, or at least the other YouTuber, Catfish Dave, used these from the bank, the 12-foot versions. And I did start using them because he was using them. And they are good rods. Longitudes. And these are 10-foot Okuma Longitudes. I wanted 10-footers just so they'd be a little bit more compact. But it still should cast a country mile, even at 10 foot. 10-foot rod. All the rods on the wall right there are Okuma Battle Cats, and those are 7.5-foot rods. And you can see it is longer. Actually, I'm going to correct myself. These are 9-foot rods. I ordered them such a long time ago that I forgot what I ordered. I wanted to match the previous rod I had on my Cortez. So even better, even shorter, they're really compact. I went with compact instead of length. There's not too many spots around here where I need to cast 100 yards to get to where the fish are. And even then, I don't think I've even cast 100 yards, so these should be perfect. Now let me give you a close-up look of the numbers, if I can get them to focus on this. I don't know if that came out. The LC-C-902H-1, 9-foot, power, heavy, action, medium fast, 20 to 40 pound line, 3 to 6 ounces. I know 6 ounces doesn't sound like much. However, I don't think I've ever cast more than that from the bank. Now let me pair the reel to this. I'm thinking that I went with 9 foot because I might try to do some bank fishing from the boat. And it would be a lot easier to deal with a 9 foot rod on my boat. Especially since it's a bigger boat. Bigger than the last time I went bank fishing with a boat. I had that 12 foot topper loaded down with wood. And there you go. That looks really nice. I think it pairs with it really, really good. Now for the fishing line. And the fishing line I'm going with is also an unboxing. Okuma is partnered with Soft Steel. They make good line. I've used this before in the past. I like trying different lines all the time, so I swap lines a lot. So what I got is just what I had last time. 30-pound Soft Steel Ultra Premium Monofilament. I could put product display mode on the camera, but I just hide my face. It'd be a lot easier. This is 1,100 yards. It should be enough to fill up multiple reels. But for tonight, I'm only doing this one. This will lead to a couple of tips for bank fishing too. And spooling monofilament. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I got to find something to put the spool on so I can reel it down onto this. And I really don't have anything. It does matter how I spool this on the reel, because if I, do it like this and have it just come off like that, it's going to become a twisted mess. So I do want it to roll while it's rolling onto the spool. You can call that tip number 1. Okay, I got some wire here. I might just hang it from the ceiling behind the camera somewhere, or hang it off of my rod rack. This isn't braid, so I don't have to have it amazingly tight, but it does need to be a little bit tight. So I got some rod sleeves that it's hanging on. Here, I'll just show you. I can always turn the camera, show you guys. Yep. Just got it like that. Just thread it down the entire rod here. I think Catfish Dave was up to like 60-pound monofilament from the bank because of the zebra mussels. This is 30-pound, so I might be asking for it. Hopefully they won't break the line too easily. I don't go to rocky areas too terribly often. Being a conventional, this will be really easy. You take the line, you put it under the spool and back up. Of course, I missed a step that I could have done before I did that, and that would be making a knot at the end of your line, just an overhand knot. Cut off the tag end of the overhand knot. Because this is monofilament, you don't need a backing. In fact, you would use monofilament as a backing for braid. Then you take the end, wrap it around the main line, and do another overhand knot. And then just pull it all together. And that locks it on your spool. tightened it yet. And then put your line on there. And I'm having to use my fingers to go back and forth. And I'm pinching the line, which is burning my fingers a little bit because I have no tension on it. Hopefully this won't become a huge mess at the lake. Okay, I got it on there as even as I could possibly get. Take a look at that. Cool. Now I'm going to show you the rigging that I'm going to do here. Okay. Let's see what I got here. I guess I will use these and this. First, sinker slide. And then I got a bead to protect the knot at the swivel. And I got a pre-made leader with snelled hook, 80-pound leader line, and swivel. And I'm using a polymer knot to put it on here. And then I put a 4-ounce river sinker on the sinker slide. And now I'm ready to go to the lake. Now I'll show you this up close. Now I am sweating a little bit. This garage is really hot. Now what I got here is a bigger hook than what I use on my boat rods. This is a 10-aught Team Catfish double action circle hook. And why do I use a bigger hook from the bank? I want more of my hook hooked into the bait. That way I can do a harder cast to cast the bait further out. So it's always a good idea for bigger hooks from the bank if you're using big baits. Now I do have this as a straw snell. And with this type of hook with a straight shank like this, any hook with a straight shank like this, when it pulls down on the fish, it will, when the fish has it in its mouth, it's going to create extra trigger action than if I have like a polymer knot on this. Now the 80-pound leader line is to survive the teeth of the fish. And then 2 polymer knots on both sides of a big swivel. And as you can see, my leader line is extremely short. All my leader lines on my boat rods are like a foot and a half, and my dragging rigs are even longer. However, from the bank, when you have a short leader like this, it makes casting easier. It gets less air when it hits the air, and the sinker is closer to the bait. So it casts a lot better. You might actually get a few yards just by using a rig like this. And then when you use a conventional reel, you get a few more yards because you don't have a level wind slowing it down. You just have your thumb, which you have to get used to using. I know I have bird nests these bad in the past before. It takes time to learn them, and I haven't used one in a while, since maybe over the winter time, so I might bird's nest this one when I first cast it out. But there you go. A very nice, compact bank fishing rig. And I've got a second one I've got to rig up. And I don't know if I have any more hooks. Yeah, I do. I have a few more of these 10-aught Team Catfish double action circle hooks. You don't necessarily have to get Team Catfish. Any hook that's big with a straight shank would meet my requirements for bank fishing. Now I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please hit that thumbs up to show YouTube that me unboxing tackle is worth watching. Now I don't know if this is going to be a comeback of the Tackle Tuesday videos. If you do want me to try my best to do some more Tackle Tuesday videos, then leave a comment below and let me know. I know I will be doing more unboxings in the future, especially since I am partnered with Okuma. And Okuma is partnered with Soft Steel and Fish Lab. And I'm definitely going to be ordering some more Fish Lab stuff in the future. So stay tuned and make sure you're subscribed to see what I get in the future. Who knows, I might catch a 100-pound class catfish from the bank with this new rig. Now, as always, I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day to actually watch this video. I really appreciate it. Now, it's time for me to get out of this hot garage and get some baits in the water. Thanks again for watching. Hope to see you next time.